Good morning. It is very early in the morning on October 28th, 2024, and I am very, very excited to tell you that I have officially lost 100 pounds. I cannot tell you how excited I am about this. So I had quite a few goals along the way. And one of those goals was to lose 100 pounds in 1 year. And I did that. I actually beat my 1 year mark. So for those of you who are new, I started my health journey on 11/17/2023. So yeah, and I have now officially lost 100 pounds. It still feels so weird to say that, so you're gonna have to bear with me as I get used to it. So, losing 100 pounds. I know there's gonna be somebody who sees this video randomly who is not a subscriber who's gonna say, "How did you do it?" So let's get a few housekeeping things out of the way. So my start weight was 285 pounds, and I am on Mounjaro. Currently, I'm on 10 milligrams. I'm so used to saying 7.5, 10 milligrams. And one of the key things that I have learned on this journey is that nutrition is everything. So in the beginning, I did not work out at all. I wasn't doing any cardio. I wasn't doing anything with any kind of consistency because at that higher weight, I was deathly afraid that I was going to injure myself, that I was going to put undue stress on my joints. I had not been working out or doing any kind of cardio in well over 10 years. So in the beginning, I was afraid to do anything. So I did very, very minimal. And when I tell you that weight loss is 95% nutrition based, it's true. So do I exercise now? Yes, absolutely. I do cardio, I do resistance training. I am currently in the process of switching gears and focusing more on building muscle rather than focusing solely on losing fat. So my goals and my focus have changed slightly now that I've lost 100 pounds. So we'll see, how that takes me going forward. And if you are somebody who is in a mentally healthy place to track calories, track macros, ensure that you're in a calorie deficit, it has been a phenomenal tool for me, learning both a new relationship with food and also learning about portion control and really understanding how much I was overeating before. Because even if you're eating a healthy diet, you can still consume too many healthy calories. Now, that wasn't the case for me, but I like to throw that out there because I see so many people that post in the support groups and they're like, well, I had a healthy diet before and I wasn't losing weight. You can still have a healthy, varied nutritional plan and be consuming too many calories. So while calories are not the end all be all, and there is more to weight loss and health than just your calories, it is a phenomenal tool, and I could not have gotten this far without it. There are some people who are on these GLP-1 medications who are able to just, eat less, rely on the appetite suppression, and lose weight. I was not one of those people. There are many people who are both diabetic and are on these medications that are able to do things like intermittent fasting. I cannot do that. And I'm going to make a separate video talking about intermittent fasting and my trial and error with it. So there were a lot of things that I tried along the way. The only thing that both worked and was sustainable was healing my relationship with food, learning not to overeat, learning to identify the initial signals in my brain that were going to bring on a binge so that I could readily identify it and stop it before it started. Learning portion control and learning that making healthy choices 90% of the time allows for space to have more calorie dense foods 10% of the time, and you can still enjoy yourself without overdoing it. Whereas previously, all throughout my life, there was no limit. There was no off switch. There was no, I'm full, I should stop now. I have only in the last, 9 or 10 months really learned and understand my hunger cues because I have them now. And now that the food noise is not running my life, which is what it was doing before, I'm able to make conscious, healthy choices that have helped me to get to this point of losing 100 pounds in less than a year. Okay, let's talk about the downsides. So I wanted to make sure to include this in this video because I know that it will probably get quite a bit of traction. There will be a lot of people coming to this video that are not familiar with my channel. If that's the case, please make sure you go watch some of my other educational videos. They will help you on your health journey, whether you are just starting out or you're researching, trying to figure out if you want to get on a GLP-1, or you're already 6 months into your journey. Whatever the case may be, I have videos that will help you. I cover all of the popular topics that are being discussed in support groups every single day. So please go watch my other videos. Now, I want to include the downsides of losing 100 pounds because I feel like when people make these videos and they're like, yeah, I lost all this weight and this is what I did and this is how I did it and it's so awesome, right? Yes, that is all true. But there are some negative aspects to this, and I want to freely and openly talk to you about them so that you can have a very balanced and real understanding of what it means to lose 100 pounds. Lose skin. If you are in a position where you are going to lose more than 50 pounds, you're going to have loose skin. Now, how that loose skin affects you is all about your mindset. And I have videos both on loose skin and body dysmorphia. So if that's something that you struggle with, please go watch those videos. They will help you. So loose skin is just something that you have to accept. And if you are just starting out on a GLP-1 or you're thinking about starting out on a GLP-1 and loose skin is a deal breaker for you, then don't even bother. Because it's largely due to things that are outside of your control at this point in your journey. So for example, a lot of it is going to depend on your genetics. You can't control that. You already got your genetics. They are what they are. Can you use red light treatments and lotions and things to kind of help? Yeah, absolutely. But unless you're willing to spend the money for surgery, you're going to have loose skin somewhere. You're going to have loose skin. And there are quite a few people that is a deal breaker for them. They just can't handle it mentally. So, just being honest with you, loose skin is a thing. If you'd like to see mine, definitely go check out my other videos. I post them all the time. The other thing that you want to keep in mind, and this is a big one, and I know that I really drill this in for you guys who are my regular subscribers. So if you've heard this before, I apologize, but it's very important. Our bodies do not function on a schedule. 7-day work week doesn't exist to your body, okay? So if you are weighing yourself once a week, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you are weighing yourself every day, you may potentially be doing yourself a disservice if you're not willing to accept that your body and your weight fluctuates from day to day. And there are many people that are upset by this, or they're upset that they didn't lose weight in a week. And I just want to tell you that I am a type 2 diabetic. I have been on this medication for about 10 months now, and I have lost 100 pounds, and I do not lose weight every 7 days. If you go back and watch my videos, I post my weight and my weight loss in the first 10 to 20 seconds of every video, because it's always the information that people want to readily have right up front. And you will see that there are weeks that that weight or that number doesn't change. And then there are weeks that it does change. It's very important to understand that your body doesn't work on a schedule. If I was to weigh myself every 7 days, I would be upset with those results, because I don't lose weight from the week before where I did all that hard work until day 8, day 10, day 11. So if I was to weigh myself every 7 days, it would look like I wasn't making progress going forward until probably 2 or 3 weeks later, right? Because then the weight loss would catch up with me. So instead of tormenting yourself with the up and down of the emotions, just understand that weight loss is not linear, that your weight is going to fluctuate from day to day, and that you are not going to lose weight in a work week of 7 days. You may lose weight in 5 days. You may lose weight in 8 days. Or like me, sometimes I didn't lose weight until day 11, day 12. And then all of a sudden, poof, 2 pounds gone. You just have to be understanding that your body is going through a process. Another topic that I want to touch on is people commenting about your weight. Now, I have videos going over all of this, but I'm going to give you my brief summary of how I feel about this. People are always going to comment about your weight, whether it's to your face or behind your back. People are going to talk about it because they don't have anything better to do. It's just human nature, right? When things change, we as human beings have a tendency to resist change. So whether that change is in a friend, in a coworker, in a family member, we resist that change. And so you are going to come across people in your life who are going to resist your change. And I'm here to tell you that it has nothing to do with you. Whether they are unkind or kind, whether they are giving compliments or saying nothing, or they're saying negative things, it has nothing to do with you and everything to do with them. So the best advice that I can give you is don't care what other people say about you. And I know that's easier said than done, but looking to yourself, looking inside yourself and having that inner confidence, that inner self-worth makes all the difference in the world. So if you get a negative comment, it rolls off your back. If you get a positive comment, but maybe it wasn't delivered in the best way, because come on, guys, we're all human here. Sometimes, insert foot into mouth, we don't say things correctly, even though we have the best intentions of giving you a compliment. Really, it just sounds like we were saying that you were uglier when you were fat, right? So just take everything with a grain of salt and keep in mind that not everybody in your life is going to get it right. Some people are going to say nothing and you're going to think, well, wow, did they even notice? Do they even care? And then other people are going to say too much and you're going to go, wow, I really wish they would shut up about this. There's more to me than just my weight, right? Whatever the case may be, just be patient. You have been dealing with your weight, your struggles, your health journey for all of this time. But other people, right, especially people you don't see as often, it's going to take them time to kind of come around and understand that you're still the same person. You're just a smaller version. Okay, the last little bit that I want to include in this video is the most important piece of advice that I received at the beginning of my journey. And for those of you who are regular subscribers, you've heard me say this before. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Stay on each dose until it stops working. I cannot stress this to you enough. I don't care what your doctor told you, and no, I'm not a doctor. Do your research. There are so many doctors out there that are just titrating people up so fast every 4 weeks for no reason. And it will 100% cripple you when it comes to your weight loss goals. If you have more than 50 pounds to lose, you do not want to be just titrating up for no reason. It needs to be purposeful. You need to be titrating up because you're not losing weight, you're not feeling the effects of the medication, you haven't reached the appropriate dose for you yet. Many people find that they start getting results in that first month. Many people don't. If you're in the category where you don't and you end up titrating up until you find a dose that works for you, that's okay. But once you find that dose that works for you, stay there. Stay. I cannot stress that enough. You do not want to max out and get to the highest dose and then have your body acclimate to that dose and then you stop losing weight and then you're not getting results anymore. So do your research and make sure that you're staying on each dose for at least 4 weeks and as long as it works for you. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I'd love to have you along for the ride because my health quest is not over. We've just reached a big milestone, but we've still got more work to do. If you are looking for content related to GLP-1s and fitness and nutrition, you're in the right place. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button because I've got workout videos on the way, I've got nutrition videos on the way, and I've got more GLP-1 content just for you. And of course, I'll be continuing to give you guys my own personal experience while taking Mounjaro, so you're kind of stuck with me for a little while, and that's a good thing. So if you're looking for a positive-only support group, I've got you covered. The link is in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind.